Okay, welcome back. This is our 6th video on our road trip. We're going to Manzanar. It's a National Historic Site. In 1942, after the Pearl Harbor attacks on December 7th of 41, the United States government imprisoned Japanese American citizens, people that were born in this country, people that were immigrated to this country. If they had ancestry in Japan, they were put into the very camps that we went to war to kind of prevent, at least in Germany. So we're going to go visit one of those sites that they've actually acknowledged and see it. So I think it'll be important for the kids. And, you know, no little funny clips or anything in this one. It's kind of a somber place, so enjoy. This is Red Rock Canyon on our way to Manzanar. Very, very pretty. This is a state park. And please don't pull out in front of me, guy. Very nice. Got some more neat formations up here. Got the beginning of Death Valley. Got some salt flats over here. Crazy hot over there. We're here in Lone Pine, about 15 minutes from Manzanar. We're right near Mount Whitney as well. Death Valley is about 90 miles to the east for the main visitor center. There ain't a whole lot out here. Manzanar National Historic Site is 3 miles ahead. Look at this view. It's beautiful, huh? Clouds don't even look real here. It's watercolors. Here we are at Manzanar. Check out this visitor center. Here we are. Took a while to get here, but pretty crazy. Well, they're closed too. When I called before we left, and they said they were open. Maybe they're open for the facility to go look. This is frustrating. Well, let's take a look. Established 1992. Surprised we even did that, to be honest. Well, the wife and kids took off down here to some of the buildings. The visitor center is obviously closed. I just talked to a ranger. They do have a drive-through tour that's open till dusk, so we can pretty much look at whatever we want to look at for as long as we want to look at. We just can't go in the visitor center. You know, it is what it is. But at least we can see this stuff. I think it's historically important, and I think it's important for the kids to understand what happened here, because they don't teach this stuff in school. And I'm honestly surprised that we even acknowledge that this happened, because that's generally not how we do things, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is ours, mine. And, you know, I think it's important. So we're gonna take a look around and get some footage here for you guys. Here's 2 of the barracks that are still here. These are not original. They rebuilt these. There is original items inside, but they just closed it on us. Naomi did get to go in. She got some pictures, so I'll add those after this clip and just give you a quick pan here. This is their original basketball hoop area, basketball court. And then over here, each one of these signs here represented another barracks. They housed 5,000 people here. American citizens. Huh, imagine that. Tell me more about your precious rights. Your Bill of Rights, your Constitution. So even in the 1940s, that really didn't mean a whole lot, did it? This here is the women's latrine. The men's was right next door. That has since gone. Sorry about the wind here. I'm trying to shield the microphone. But we got a lot of crazy stuff happening here. So this here is one of the mess halls, chow hall, or the galley, whatever you want to call it. And they took care of each other. They had their own crops. They had their own farm animals. They were pretty much left to figure it out. And it is blistering hot here right now, and we have a breeze, and the sun is not even really out. So imagine what it was like 70 years ago here. No air conditioning, and just sitting out in this heat. God awful. Here's an old Ford flatbed pickup standing on what used to be the laundry room, it says. And I'm sure this is an original truck from the era. Pretty wild in what condition it's in. But we're gonna go ahead and take the driving tour through the rest of this place, and the kids are already feeling pretty humbled, I think. They're asking questions and just appalled at some of the answers that are given, you know. We're on the driving tour right now. I'm trying to shield this mic. This is their baseball field. And they've pretty much left it intact the whole time. Look at the old guard tower over there. Making sure they didn't get out. Crazy. All these sites used to have their own, like families would have their own little huts over here kind of deal. The barracks, I think, were mostly for singles or maybe just a few people together, but if you had a family, they would try to keep you together, you know, real thoughtful of them. Well, we're still on the driving tour. I just thought I made a whole video, but I guess I wasn't recording. But we're here at the garden area. There's a little information about it. You can pause this. But look at the aqueduct they had built here. They're in the desert. They need water. They had a great system here. They had to feed 5,000 people. They were kind of left on their own. This is where they grew all their fruits and vegetables and, you know, managed to survive. Just insane. Insane. But we got one more stop here. The most important, the last time I was here, for me anyway. So we're gonna head over there and let the kids go out here and see this. We have some more water wells here. This is the side of the old hospital. Doctor's quarters, nurses' quarters were across the way there. Pretty incredible the things these people accomplished with limited resources. I mean, they were provided with things, but they took care of themselves. They had to. I mean, you have to survive, take care of your family. It's just crazy that this happened in this country, which is supposed to prevent this type of stuff. And the very thing that we went to war to prevent people from being in camps, we did it to our own people. That's the craziest part to me. And the craziest part is they don't teach it. They don't teach it. My kids don't know anything about this unless I tell them. It's not in school. Over here on the aft end of the hospital quarters and everything, they got laundry facilities. Everything just like by the barracks. Access roads to get back here. I'm not sure what these circular pits are for. I don't think they were for fires or anything, but probably like a foundation for some kind of structure, like a shed kind of deal, I'm assuming. I don't know. There's not really any placards over here telling you, but it's pretty wild. Here we are at the cemetery. We got about 150 people were either killed, because they did have a small riot or died here. So here's the monument and the graves of the people that didn't survive Manzanar till the end of the war. And they never got their freedom back. One gonna go in. Gosh, the wind is so crazy here. But if 150 people died here, there's not 150 plots here. So I don't know if this is a massive amount of people under this monument, or there are other places, or what. But you can see over here, people have offered things, and it's just crazy. So I don't speak Japanese, but I'm assuming these are some heartfelt messages. A lot of these are just unmarked. Here on the back of the monument, there's additional markings. What's this one over here? So for some reason, this one's fenced off with modern kind of things going on here. It's got a headstone with Japanese writing engraved. This one looks like it has multiple people. It's dated 5/15/42. And a small one over here. Here's a small grave with current offerings on top. This is a baby Jerry Ogata, and then also Japanese writing. It's sad. We're getting ready to leave the cemetery. I didn't get a shot of these here until now, because there was somebody here when we came in. But kind of telling you about this site a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and continue the driving tour here. It's another mess hall, Japanese garden. Obviously there's water here because there's trees. These concrete slabs here held weaving houses because the Japanese needed to support the war effort, and they made camouflage nets here and mattresses for the camp. On that fourth slab over there. Reading this, you can pause that. Pretty amazing to prove their loyalty. They still work for the United States government. Well, we were getting ready to leave, and somehow I missed the fire department here. So they've got an old truck in here, government tag on it. Sorry about this wind, guys. Pause these and give them a read. Really good stuff going on here. The fact that they're even remembering these people and what they went through. Wow, it's in really nice shape. They've got them up on blocks, both the vehicles I've seen in here. So, pretty wild. Still got the ladder rack and everything. But we are getting ready to head to Los Angeles, so wish us luck on that. Well, we're back at the visitor center parking here. We're going to be leaving the site now. We're going to go to our next destination on down the road here and try to get to Los Angeles tonight. So it's humbling, important for the kids, and I think that it made some impacts, you know. So thanks for staying with us.
time you're at the computer, get on the internet, go to Wikipedia. When you get to Wikipedia, in the search field for Wikipedia, I want you to type in Japanese Americans 1942, and you'll find out all about your precious fucking rights, okay? All right. You know about it. You know about it. Yeah. In 1942, there were 110,000 Japanese American citizens and good standing, law-abiding people who were thrown into internment camps simply because their parents were born in the wrong country. That's all they did wrong. They had no right to a lawyer, no right to a fair trial, no right to a jury of their peers, no right to due process of any kind. The only right they had, right this way, into the internment camps. Just when these American citizens needed their rights the most, their government took them away. And rights aren't rights if someone can take them away. They're privileges. That's all we've ever had in this country is a bill of temporary privileges. And if you read the news even badly, you know that every year the list gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
Like and subscribe. And comment too. Make sure you hit the bell. I appreciate your view. Thanks for hanging out.